everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we are checking out the Ruko F11 Gim2. It is a foldable 4K camera, 2-axis gimbal, electronic image stabilization, GPS RC quadcopter, ready to fly. Now, I have done a review of the HGLRC F11 Pro 4K, which I have here as well. And in my opinion, it is the best budget GPS quadcopter that I have tested so far. And it is identical to the Ruko F11 Gim. Now, this is the Ruko F11 Gim2, the successor to the F11 Gim, and therefore the successor to the HGLRC F11 Pro 4K. So what is the difference? Well, just about everything is identically the same. The drone is the same, the camera is the same, the 2-axis gimbal is the same. As a matter of fact, the batteries are compatible as well. They are the 11.1 volt 2500 milliamp lithium ion battery, said to be good for about 28 minutes of flight time. So the batteries from the original Ruko F11 or the F11 Pro and the F11 Gim and the F11 Pro 4K will all work with this Ruko F11 Gim2, and it is backwards compatible. So any of these batteries can be used for any of these quadcopters. The only difference is the charge port. It is now USB-C instead of micro USB. And the power push button on and off switch is circular instead of rectangular. However, I was a little disappointed that it does not support the PD or the power delivery charge system. So it will still take about 4 to 5 hours to fully charge using the provided USB to USB-C charge cable. Now remember the MJX Bug 16 Pro, it can be charged via a USB-C to USB-C charge cable using a PD charger, which charges up the battery in just 70 minutes. But the MJX Bug 16 Pro doesn't have very good distance, and the Wi-Fi FPV transmission is very poor. So the new Ruko F11 Gim2 here is claiming to have a control distance of 3 kilometers. That's 3,000 meters. Not only that, but they are claiming to have Wi-Fi FPV video transmission distance of 3 kilometers as well on your phone. That is crazy, right? And it uses the Wi-Fi 4 or the 802.11n protocol, and the network band is 2.4 gigahertz. That is the same network band as the remote control. So is there any interference? So I have to immediately check that out. All right, so here we go, guys. So what you are looking at is my initial test of the distance, and the recording is the screen recording from the app called the Ruko Drone app on my phone. So it is the Wi-Fi transmitted video, and this is what you will see on your phone as well. So take a look. So as you can see, I didn't even have the micro SD card formatted. I was so excited to test out the distance. So I have complete control, and the Wi-Fi video transmission is not breaking up at all so far. I'll go ahead and speed up the video a little bit. So there it is, guys, 3 kilometers. Control distance as well as video transmission distance. So this thing actually has a control distance of 3 kilometers and Wi-Fi FPV video transmission distance of 3 kilometers as well. Probably more if it didn't automatically return to home. Amazing. So taking a closer look at the F11 Gim2, it is identical to the F11 Pro 4K, which is identical to the F11 Gim. It's got the same foldable arms. It's got the same floppy dual-bladed props, same motors, same 2-axis gimbal, and mine also did not come with the optical flow sensor, just like my F11 Pro 4K. The remote controller, however, has changed. Here is the F11 Pro 4K remote controller. It looks identical, but it has the fixed color panel display, and the antennas do not have an antenna wire running up it on either of the antennas. Now the new remote controller for the Ruko F11 Gim2 now has antenna wires running up both of the antennas, and the antennas themselves have a bulge in the middle. Now they call it the enhanced video transmitter system. Now Holystone has a similar system called the relay transmission technology, and the remote controller for the new Holystone HS600 is identically the same as the remote controller for the Ruko F11 Gim2, and it also claims to have 3 kilometer distance. Now the display has changed, and it now has an LCD display as well, with the familiar MJX style of display. The buttons are as follows. On the left shoulder, we have a rotary dial for the camera to zoom in and out, and we have a dedicated photo button. On the right shoulder, we have another rotary dial, and it remotely controls the camera tilt from 0 to 80 degrees. And we have a dedicated video button. Here is the speed changing button. Speeds 1, 2, and 3 can be had. Long press to turn GPS on and off. And we have the emergency stop button. Here we have the power push button on and off switch. A short press to check the remaining level of the built-in battery. A short plus a long press to turn it on and to turn it off. Here is the return to home button. Press this and the quadcopter will fly back to where it took off from, or the home point. Now both sticks to the bottom and in will arm and disarm the motors. Both sticks to the top and in initiates the compass calibration, and both sticks to the top and out will calibrate the gyros of the quadcopter. Charge it up using the provided charge cable via the USB-C port. The LCD display will show the battery charge level. Alright guys, so that'll do it for this video of the Ruko F11 Gim2 for now. Please stay tuned for the physical flight test of the quadcopter, where we will be checking out its behavior, like speeds 1, 2, and 3, the return to home functions, and other features like follow me and the point of interest features. There will also be a 4K flight video as well, so please stay tuned. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.